Oh man, we're killing. We're killing in the name of. No joke. And we're back to another episode of Let's Play Shining Force 2. I'm your host, Nick Legato. If I didn't say it already. But yes, now our party is pimped out and promoted, and they are murdering everything in sight. And they're leveling, too. Well, none of them have leveled yet, but we're getting max experience for enemies they gave us about 10 not so long ago. Or 15 not so long ago. Which is good. This is what I wanted to see. Let's see what Sarah can do without an equipped weapon. Just the stat differences of her attack. Yeah, she needs a weapon, or she needs to gain a level. Either or. And here, no, he didn't come over towards us. He ran away like a wuss. Chester got a good solid hit there. Uh-oh, Sarah's in trouble. Look at her HP. Well, I don't know. Did she get more HP, or is it just me? Can't tell, but she got hit pretty hard, and she really didn't have to. Peter's gonna kill this Dark Soldier easily. The rage. He went from giant chicken to giant eagle of death. Alright, let's move Tyrion up. Look at that range. I love an archer who has range, who's deadly at a distance, no matter what that distance may be. And as you can see, look at that. Even May out in the open has that range that Elric would not have without that running pimento. And being the brass gunner that he is. But now he's just a walking death trap. You know, he will be picking enemies off left and right. Which makes me happy. Makes me happy! Glory, glory, glorious happiness! Alright, let's get Rick. And look at that. Rick will never fall behind again. As we're getting attacked here. Well, we're not getting attacked, but they should be coming up. Chester makes a great source of, okay, I've been waiting for this. The power! Hiya! Not bad. Not bad at all. That's bad, because, yes, at level 1, Slade is still not... He hits the hardest of our party, but, he still lacks a little bit of offensive attack here. Or defense, but his defense will build up, I assure you. Oh, yeah. Death will rain upon our enemies with rageful might. Rageful might! And there's one instance we might want to do some grinding, but not right now. I don't think we'd be doing it yet. Kind of have to waste the strong healing spell prematurely, just because, yeah. Kind of thought Sarah could go up and deal some damage, but that really didn't work out too well. And here comes our... Well, you know what? Let's give Slade some help, since he might need it. And Eric will get a kill from it. Boom. Shakalaka. There we go. Easy kill and great experience. Let's see what May can do to a Dark Sniper herself. They should be doing about the same amount of damage or so, just because, but Eric will start pumping out those offensive damage points very soon. Hopefully we don't lose Slade here. It'd be a shame not to get him leveled more. Not to be able to level him more. Here we go. You guys want to see what MP can do as a sorcerer? By the power of Grayskull! He's toast. 19. It's stronger than his Fire 3 spell, and it costs less MP, too. This is why I like sorcerers. Now, if he were to attack a couple of enemies in a group, he would do significantly less damage. It would be split between those two enemies by a small percentage. So it's kind of a reason why sorcerers suck, but we have a counter for that, and that is Tyrion. Tyrion did not go to sorcerer, he stayed a mage. Or a wizard, I'm sorry. And because of him going as a wizard, he will be able to make up where he makes up an AoE that we lost from Kazan. So we still have our AoE hitter. We just happen to have another one that's not as strong until later in the game. But at least as long as we're fighting bosses and we have him go after bosses, those bosses will be regretting the day they go up against Kazan. Pretty much he gets a death attack is really what it boils down to. Kazan runs up, he uses a big summon spell on the boss, does about half the damage they have, or takes out a big chunk of damage on him. And usually that alone is enough for him to survive the incident. Usually, well, not survive the incident, but with that going for him, he's usually pretty well off. And then the rest of the party takes the boss out. And usually kamikaze summons, in a sense. Here comes Jaha, here comes Jaha, here comes Jaha, slicing up the place. He doesn't seem very tough now, but like I said, we just promoted, so not many of our characters' stats have changed. Now the only difference is they've got new weapons, so they hit a little harder, but they're still a little squishy. This is why this was actually a good time to do it. We're still kind of fighting enemies. We're still kind of fighting enemies we've already fought in the past. Yeah, that Dark Bishop didn't stand a chance against a promoted Peter. And look at that. Defense and attack. 2 points. These guys are in trouble. Alright. Obviously, Tyrion cannot reach as usual. So let's put him here on the highway, on the road, so that way he can move very far up. Have that going down. Look at that big defense boost. +3 to his defense. You can't beat that. Well, maybe with a +4, but I don't think I've ever seen a +4 level up. I've seen +2s and 3s, but never 4s. But yeah, that's the direction that Eric goes, and that's kind of why making him a brass gunner is really effective. It doesn't always mean you should, though. Uh-oh, Bowie's under attack. I'm gonna have to try and save him. I got my characters a little spread out, which isn't always the smartest thing to do. Let's have Gernholt work on the Dark Bishop, though he's close to death. Now our goal again is, like as usual, let's get him to level 2, possibly higher levels if we can. Now here's an example of what happens when we use Dao. We know from fact that we should do 18 to 19 damage on a single enemy. He'll kill the Dark Soldier for sure, but see, he did only 10 to this one. To each of them, so it kind of cut his spell power in half. Now imagine it divided amongst 5 enemies. You can see where this is going. It's not really pretty. He loses a lot of his potential. He's mostly designed, that class is more geared towards hitting enemies, single-shotting enemies, not really much for the multi-target. Wyverns are the biggest threat. They also have a breath attack, which is devastating. It does around 30 damage to a character. Sometimes more, like we're about to lose May. This isn't really a good battle anyway for her, but whatever. She'll level up a little bit later. And Bowie will get the kill. There we go. And we're under attack. There's that fire attack. Oh, actually only did 20. It is stronger than the melee attack, though, so it's worth being concerned about. Look at that. That's a good hit by Jaha. Swoop around and have Peter work on this lizard man who kind of killed May. He will extract a revenge. And here comes the ranged enemy here. But as you can see, Jaha just brushed it off. Being a Baron kind of helps that. Chester into range. Boom! Sweet. And look at that. Look at that. Elric can hit any target of his choice. We'll have him work on this Wyvern here since the other one's almost dead. There we go. Oh my goodness, that's just lethal. The other thing too is you cannot promote. What am I thinking of? You cannot promote. God dang, I can't think. You cannot promote May to a brass gunner. So that's the other loss too. That kind of you have to realize you don't get the benefit of promoting her to Brass Gunner, which kind of means she's a squishy knight with lots of mobility. I'd rather have a tanking knight, a tanking archer, or an archer that has a higher defense anyway. And we can justify his slow movement and stuff with some perky upgrades. As you can see, he's pretty much a beast now. Well, Peter almost gets the kill. Let's get Bowie moving here. Our Wolfman here, who's kind of taking an unnecessary beating, but Girdhol's been getting out there, so that's kind of cool. Chester. We can start pitting him up against the Dark Sniper up here. Let's see, Elric is up. We'll leave that for somebody else who needs the leveling, since he's already level 2. And he kills the Dark Sniper. And he's already level 3, wow. And his defense went up by 3 again. Brass Gunners rule. As opposed to the fact that I had to use items to make him cool, but... And there's a level. There's some NP growth. So we could try it again and see if it works, but there is still that chance that maybe he just can't use the Bright Honey. Whoop, Peter's in trouble. Let's move him out of there. Let's move Jaha a little closer. These are the last 2 enemies left, I believe, on the battlefield, so this should be a short battle coming. This short battle should be coming to a close. And Kazin, the Raging Kazin will show you how death falls upon you. Look at that. And the one thing that's cool about Kazin, and the reason why he makes a great summoner, or sorcery rather, he has a vast MP growth. He has the best MP growth, I think, of any character in the game. Now, why is that important? Though it's only 8 MP now, Dow level 2 costs, I think, 12 to 14. Some of the other summons later will start costing even more. And thus, he will be the one that he'll be draining his MP very quickly. Whereas if you made Tyrion 1, he doesn't get as much MP, I think, as much as Kazin does. So that's kind of where we're at with that. It's very iffy. So you want to make sure that you give a lot of your growth for MP to... You want to make sure your summoners have high MP. And Kazin is probably by far the best candidate for that. Lizardmen are weak to ice. Come on. Die. Didn't do a lot of damage. We'll send Peter up there to weaken this lizard man. He's almost dead anyway. Okay, we did that. Let's have Sarah heal, since she can't really do much physical damage yet, but that will change when we get to Tristan. I'm going to wait to buy my mage gear in Tristan, so we'll wait till we get there, and then we'll buy new weapons for our mages. May as well. There we go. So we've done that, but there's a piece of mithril here, I believe. It's looking sweet. Let's go ahead and get in our buggy here. Let's deposit. I don't think I deposit the Pacalon mithril either. Let's see who's carrying that. There it is. Chester has it. Not much we can do with it yet. Okay, so we've done that. May as well. Before we get too far. Okay, so we've healed up. You know what? Well, kind of don't like the idea of Sarah not having a weapon. I shit you not, she's pretty darn effective when she's got a weapon on. Since we got enough money, let's go ahead and just do it. See, look at that, 61. She deserves to have it on her. Do we even have enough for any of these? Mindra and Guardian. Might as well buy one. For... let's buy for Kazan. Alright, so we did that. So actually, I don't think they get upgrades in the next town. So, maybe Sarah does, but like I said, I want Sarah's offense ability available now. So, let's keep moving here. We head over the river and through the woods, across a bridge of death. What's going on here? And of course there's some enemies making awkward sounds. They're eating the bridge. Oh god. One of the comical scenes of the game. He tramples over Bowie to see a girl that's there. Please help me, I can't stand up. So, we've got some new monsters here. Let's take a look. Well, obviously there's some golden oldies up there. But these guys, these worms hit pretty hard with the chance of poison. So you want to be wary of them. And on top of that, we've got our first Master Monk. Now, this Master Monk, as you can see, is pretty deadly. That heal level 4 is just, you know, terrible. You don't want to have to deal too much with that. There's not much you can really do. But, I guess all I have to say is that, really. He's a powerful healer. Be prepared for it. So, let's see here. We obviously cannot reach over there, but we don't want to be in the range of that archer, so let's keep some distance. Move Bowie out. Chester out. Jaha. Our goal is to get everybody to level 3 by the end of this battle, now that there are even stronger enemies, and more to choose from, too, by the way. So, you know, we even have more enemies for us to wrestle around with, in a sense. So there's some good things to be found. You shouldn't realize you could reach. Oh well. Remember, he's flying, so he takes even more damage than normal. Oh well. Nothing a nice old heal level 1 can't fix. Yeah, heal. Let's go ahead and have Elric do what he does best. Rage. Ooh, I love it. Oh, come on. That's not even fair. I have other characters that wanted that experience. Here, Elric, you show off. Cheap bastard. Oh, well. So much for doing any of those ideas. Let's send Peter right into that lizard man. That should be weak enough to pick off. Look at that. Attack 2, defense 3. Peter is officially broken. 2 levels of big attack and defense boosts. You can't... It's just one of the... This is how the game kind of breaks itself, by leveling them up to 30 in a sense. But, you know, they kind of want you to do it. And it shows, because we found the major promotion item, the Pegasus Wing, in Pacalon. So, I don't see the issue. I really don't. That's about where they are supposed to be. And look at, when we picked up Tyrion, he was already level 24. So that also tells me, too, that they were supposed to level around there. You know, that they shouldn't have been promoted yet. So, ooh, more info. More interesting things to notice. One could say. One could say. Trying to provoke that lesser demon a little bit closer to where I can actually do something to it without risking too much health of any character. This is a good battle to grind levels in too, just because it's very small proximity, lots of enemies nearby, but this isn't the one I had in mind, so don't worry about it. It is coming up though, if you really want to partake. I would say we'd probably do it to get characters around level 9 or 10 even, maybe, of the promoted level. That's usually the best way to go, is to get them there. And then that's the last grinding we'll ever have to do, which is kind of nice. Let's go ahead and heal Peter here. Since Sarah's not really gaining much in levels, there we go. Nice. Peter doesn't need to kill anything, so we'll wait. It's already level 3. We still got level 1 unpromoted out there. And he drew in the worm, which is nice. Worms hit hard. They hit so hard. They caused me to have a boo-boo. Surprised that the lesser demon didn't go after Peter, but whatever. Then again, fire wouldn't work on it too well. May should be able to kill the lesser demon with this attack here. Nice. She didn't even gain a attack point. Something to make note. Her first level, no bonus to attack. Actually, I'd find that to be a bad thing. Let's get Gerhold working on this worm here. And we can have Bowie kill that, but I'd rather him work on the worm as well, because he'll hit hard too. And that worm is dangerous. There we go. And Peter's probably dead. That's okay, he already leveled to 3 anyway, and Peter's so strong he'll level so much on his own. Actually, he'll give the other characters a chance to level. Actually, I want Tyrion to get that kill. He hasn't really gotten any. I think he's still on level 1. And it's time for him to keep leveling up, so. Let's see. That. Chester's at level 1 too. What is Tyrion at? He's at level 1. Chester will be able to catch up on his own. Tyrion kind of needs the kill. Whenever the game decides to give Tyrion a turn, right? Come on, there we go. Let's use that just for laughs. There we go. Level 1 did 14, huh? And he leveled to level 2. Yeah, Tyrion can be hard to level at the moment. It's not until he gets stronger magic that gap, he's still going to have a little bit of issues. So is Kazin now that he's leveled 2. So it's, right now, mages have the hardest time leveling. Because they're the only ones that didn't really change a lot. I mean, even Kazin changed a little bit, but he lost a very powerful Fire 3 multi-hit spell and replaced it with a very powerful, designed to be a single target skill. So, it goes either way. It can go either way with Kazin, but I think this is really the best strategy and the best turnout for him. Fire! Actually, I'm kind of liking the fire a little more. Seems to do significantly less damage. There we go. Nice. But we haven't really seen much fluctuation between Kazin's levels, between Chester and Rick's leveling. They seem to be leveling at about the same rate now. I'm waiting to see which ones start pulling ahead. Even though one's a Pegasus Knight, the growth is slightly different, but not by too much. Shouldn't be by too much. Wyverns, I think, are actually weak to ice. I don't remember, so don't ask. Not really. Bolt would have been as good, though. I think they kind of brush bolt. They can brush bolt off. So let's see what his defense is now. Still kind of crappy. Like I said, I don't care if Elric dies either. He's been leveling very easily this whole battle. For some reason, that went down. So that may kill the flying Wyvern here. As you see, she does very well. So I think Elric is done for. Here comes trouble. He actually on Chester, that's 20 damage isn't a lot. By the time he kills that enemy off. Obviously, Kazin can't reach anybody at the moment. Nice. Now anybody can pick that sucker off. Leave Rick there to work on the demon, the lesser demon. And he is down. There we go, Rick. Look at that, a +3 to defense boost. That's something we won't see Chester do probably too much of. We'll let Bowie get the kill here. We get him leveling as well. Attack by 1, defense by 2. Nice. It's a decent level. Nothing spectacular, but it is decent. Slade needs to be healed as well. Here comes oh man, this isn't good. Yeah, that hurt. Just a flesh wound. Let's go ahead and start up on these guys here. You can see though, they're going to get 18 to 25 experience just for attacking. We were getting that by kills unpromoted, so that's why it's still such a really great idea to start promotion right around now. For those of you who are just tuning in, just to see the bridge battle, I don't know why you would, but, you know, some people do. I don't want Elric to fight anymore. He's been leveling very nicely, and it's time for him to kind of sit in the background for a while. Health-wise, you know, it's really a toss-up here, but let's give it to Chester. There we go. And even and also again, when Sarah runs out of MP, she's not completely useless. She can still melee the crap out of stuff. 61 attack, she hits as hard as the, pretty much as hard as the, God, I can't think today. She hits about as hard as the other enemies, or as hard as our other offensive characters. There we go. Kazin will get the kill here. No, he'll just weaken him, but good enough for me. There's a good solid piece of damage right there. 23 to a Wyvern is good. And now Tyrion can finish him off. The level 1 fire spell, just something light. Kind of a setup, Tyrion up for that actually. It's kind of nice how that worked out. We'll move Slade there. Only one more flying enemy, I think, maybe 2. So, let's keep moving south. Yeah, there is 2. 2 left. Let's see. Oh yeah, Jaha needs a good healing too. But at least Chester can provoke out the wrath of these worms here. Like I said, I don't plan on using Elric too much anymore this battle. It's easy for him to level. This will be interesting. A level, though. I was hoping for a level. Uh-oh. Not good. Well, we know who's getting the last 2 major heal spells. Chester and Jaha. Whoever she can get a turn out of first, I think. Let's get Geralt in there. Work on that wizard, since he's kind of the threat right now. Let's see, what can we get Slade to do? We don't want to kill the wizard, because I know for sure, I know he's the last boss of this. He's the boss of this zone. If we kill him, the battle's over. Kind of gave him a lethal hit, too. Courtesy of our characters here. But what we need to pull Chester and Kazan back. Well, actually, I don't need to pull Kazan back. I need to pull Chester back, though. That's for sure. So he's gonna lose health every turn now. The wizard loves this positioning on the bridge here because he can just hit all of us, no matter where we're at, which is bad. Come on, Sarah. And then we'll have her use Detox on Jaha and then use a regular heal on him. Just because that's the way it's going to have to be, or Jaha's dead. That or we just let Jaha die. Or, I'm sorry, Chester die. Either way, I'm not going to complain and I'll be happy. So, and we need to block the wizard from reaching up to where Sarah is too, that's for sure. You bastard. Now you're gonna suffer the consequences. By working on these terrible master moves. Nothing like 20 damage to make me smile. Too bad he didn't level though. Oh well, he's not always gonna level when I want him to. Oh boy. Well, Kazan should live, barely. Everybody should be okay. Yeah, they're all alright. It's probably not the best place to put Rick either. Yeah. Go ahead and have Tyrion Bolt 3, or Bolt here, Bolt 3, I wish. Yeah, there, speaking of 3, he leveled. Slade could probably finish the Dark Soldier off or wear him down more. That was a good hit. There we go, that'll keep Chester alive. At least long enough to finish this battle. May go after the infamous Master Monk who has that heal level 4 waiting to use on himself, probably. We'll go ahead and have Elric finish off the soldier, though he doesn't need the experience per se. It'll at least help the weakened characters that we have over there. Yeah. Defense upgrades too. His defense has gone up 8 times, 8 points in one battle. That's impressive. Or in 2 battles, really. In 3 levels. It's pretty impressive. Here comes the Lesser Demon. The Wyvern still hasn't come after us yet, so... Well, Kazan's dead, or Kazan's dead. Don't worry, I don't worry too much, because now that wizard's mine to just wreak havoc upon. But at least he made more room on the battlefield for me. Yep. Let's get to work on him. He's the boss, but these other flyers are so far out. It's just kind of a waste not to kill him off now. So we'll let Slade do the killing, since he needs a level anyway. Death to you, punk. Here's level 3. And that should be the battle. That was close. Thank you very much. Excuse me. Will you help me up? Oh, I do, but... It's another trap! I bet she's under 18. It's a trap! She looks under 18. Camella. Bring him the jewel. Enough talking. Hand over the jewel. In return, I'll spare Sir Astral. Oh yeah! Look out! Go to Tristan. Camella, it was a trap to get the Jewel of Evil. They're all acting on their own, ignoring Xeon's orders. It would be dangerous. We must be careful. Interesting factoid right there, huh? All the big bad guys are acting on their own. So, on the next episode of Let's Play Shining Force 2, Fighting Showdown at Tristan. We'll see you there.